Now, may I have your attention, please? Today is a class on human resource management, wherein we are going to discuss on a very, very important topic, that is career planning and development. Career planning and development. The last day we discussed about the human resource planning. In fact, career planning and development is also a part of the human resource planning. Now, before we go into the details of this, let us try to understand what a career is. By career, we mean that a number of job positions that are being held by a person during the entire course of his or her working life. The matter does not end there. Edward Flippo has gone on to define career planning as a career is a sequence of separate but related work activities that provide continuity, order, and meaning to a person's life. So, career is not only earning our livelihood, it is something more than that. We join certain organizations not only for making money or for earning our livelihoods, rather, we would like to find out something which brings forth continuity, order, and meaning to our lives. Therefore, planning the career and developing one's career is of utmost importance. In today's life, when we join certain organization, we join for a career, but this career takes shape in the early part of our life. Sometimes our heredity, our educational background, our economic status, the society where we live, the environmental factors that contributes towards shaping our career, and many more such factors. They contribute towards shaping our career. In today's class, we shall discuss these following topics. The topics are given here at the left hand side. You can find definition and meaning of career, objectives of career planning terminologies that you often come across while knowing different areas of career planning and development. And these are the career goals, career path, career progression, career counseling, career anchor, career development, career management, mentoring, and then the process of career planning. The process consists of 5 different steps. You can find here the step 1 is identifying individual needs and aspirations, analyzing career opportunities, identifying match and mismatch, formulating and implementing strategies, and reviewing career plans. Then there are advantages of career planning, limitations of career planning, career development, how it takes place, how to make career planning effective, and last but not the least, career planning in the present era, that is in the digital era. Here this side you can find, on the right hand side you can find, there is a graph. The graph represents 5 stages of career. We all individual undergo these 5 stages, right from the stage 1 till stage 5. The stage 1 here depicts exploration, second one is the establishment, third one is the mid career stage, fourth one is the late career stage, and finally decline. So these are the stages of 5 stages of career. Now here is a step that shows how career development takes place. You can find here organizational career planning together with the individual career planning makes an integration, and then finally career development is done. All these things are to be discussed in detail in today's class. So I hope that all these stuff are legible. You can read it. Okay, and let's go one by one. We have come to know the meaning and the definition of the career planning. A sequence of positions or the jobs that are being held or occupied by an individual throughout the entire span of his or her working life. That is the career. Fripo says that in addition to this, the jobs, the positions that provide continuity, order and meaning to a person's life. Now that, what are the objectives of career planning? The objectives of career planning we can say, there are a number of objectives that are being accomplished through this career planning, that every individual aspires to see a congruence, a match between the organizational goals and the individual goals. We all would like to see that while the organization grows, we also grow in the organization. If such a thing does not exist, then we feel frustrated. Therefore, it is imperative that we must move on the career ladder over a definite period of time. It provides a sense of satisfaction, job satisfaction, a meaning to somebody's life, a dignity, while giving opportunities for growth and career advancement. At the same time, the organization is able to optimize on the skills, on the abilities, on the potential of the individual human resources, and can make best utilization of these resources and can achieve organizational goals. However, it may not be always easy to match organizational goals and the individual goals. Therefore, proper planning, that is career planning and development on the part of the organization, is of paramount importance. Organization must constantly work on these areas to give opportunities to the employees, to the human resources, so that their skills, their knowledge, skills, abilities can be best utilized in the organization. And if we are able to do these two things simultaneously, like matching organizational goals with that of the goals of the individual, then the organization not only sustains in the long run, but it grows over time. Therefore, career planning is all the more important. Now that we shall, while discussing further into more areas, it is important that we know certain terminologies which we shall come across very frequently while discussing the other areas of the topic, of the subject. So the very first thing is career goals. What do you understand by the term career goals? The future position one strives to achieve as a part of his or her career. That is individual's career goals. The future positions one strives to achieve in his or her career is the career goal. We must have our career goals. Then career path. The next in the order is the career path. The sequential pattern of jobs that forms a career. Like for example, take the example of a worker from a unskilled to the semi-skilled to the skilled to the highly skilled to the supervisor. Like this, there are a definite career path. If you take the example of, management cadres, like from supervisor to assistant manager to deputy manager to senior manager to general manager. So career path is something, the sequential pattern of jobs that forms a career. Then the third one is career progression. What do you understand by the term career progression? Making progress in one's career through promotions. Making progress in one's career through promotions is called career progression. Then comes career counseling. So career counseling is something which is guiding and advising people on their possible career paths and what they must do to achieve promotions in their working life. So career counseling is guiding and advising people on their possible career paths and what they must do to achieve promotions. So that is called career counseling. Then comes career development. The personal movements an individual makes, career anchor. Okay, that is career anchor. So career anchor is something which is just known as the basic drives that urge to take up certain career in one's life. For example, it could be the technical competence, it could be the managerial competence, it could be the autonomy, it could be the creativity. Somebody who likes creativity, so may involve himself or herself in some entrepreneurial activities. Creativity is something. The person who likes, autonomy, that is independence in his or her job, would like to search for a job or go for a career which provides them with the autonomy. A person who likes to be updated with the technological developments and know-how would like to have, technical competence, jobs related to the technical components. So will be the case in the case of managerial competence, right? So these are the basic drives in the human being that urge us, that facilitates us, that motivates us to take up certain career. So that is called career anchor. Is it understood? The next is career development. So career development is something which is called the personal movements an individual makes to achieve career plans, personal movements. And the last but one is the career management. The next is career management. What do you understand by career management? The process of designing and implementing plans. It is a process of designing and implementing plans to enable the organization to satisfy our needs, employee aspirations, and allow individuals to achieve career goals. So career management is something is called as a process, and in this process what is done, the process is about designing and implementing the plans on the part of the organization so that the organization is able to satisfy the individual career needs and aspirations to achieve their own career goals while being within the organization. And the last one is mentoring. I think you are quite familiar with this term, mentoring, right? So from the perspective of career planning and development, what do you understand by mentoring? Mentoring is a process wherein an executive or a senior employee serves as a friend, philosopher, guide, confidant, teacher, etc. to guide somebody on his or her career. So that is what is called mentoring. Now that, in a nutshell, if you are to state the objectives of career planning, how many objectives you can jot down? To attract and retain the most talented people for your organization could be one of the prime objectives. Okay. To map out careers, to let know the people what the career opportunities available within the organization, so that everybody has set their goal in order to achieve that, in order to follow the designated path of career options and achieve promotions in due course of time. To ensure better use of the human resources, when you have avenues and opportunities within the organization, a sense of belongingness, a sense of loyalty is being inculcated in you. Hence, you become a better human resources, contribute towards better growth and productivity of the organization. This is one of the major goals that the career planning achieves. And you will have a stable workforce. If you have career options available to you, if you have promotion opportunities available in your organization, then you would not tend to, hop the job frequently. Rather, the organization would be able to maintain a stable workforce, wherein the absenteeism and labor turnover would be reduced considerably, right? So these are one of the this is one of the objectives. Employees' moral and motivation is on the rise if there is proper career planning. If there is proper career counseling, then people can be given provided guidance and advices and encouragement, okay, in the organization. So process of career planning. The process starts with identifying individual needs and aspirations in the organization. Organization has a skill inventory rightly available in the department of HR, where the people, the entire details of the human resources of the organizations are maintained in the inventory, skill wise, grade wise, gender wise, okay, department wise, educational background wise, experience wise, etc. And individual needs and aspirations are to be identified. Then in the organization, you need to analyze what opportunities are prevailing in the organization. If the opportunities are not prevailing, then you may have to, take certain actions wherein you can make to the utmost extent possible a congruence of organization between the organizational objectives and the individual objective. You may have to go for work redesign, job enlargement, right? So that you can provide possible career opportunities to the people in the organization. So next is analyzing career opportunities. You need to analyze and then identify. It is not that always that we might have our different aspirations, but it may not be always possible that the organization is able to meet your whole of your aspirations. But organization must strive to, create certain match and discard mismatches, so that whatever in all possible extent the organization is accommodate the people within the organization and give them the career growth opportunities. So after analyzing career opportunities, you will have to identify the match and between the match and mismatch, and you will have to discard the mismatches to the maximum extent possible, and then you will have to match the individual objective with organizational objectives. You can bring about certain changes in the work structure, in the job, so that the jobs can be alternate career avenues or opportunities are given. If there are no definite hierarchy is provided in the organization, then alternate career paths can be opened up by taking certain actions, and then formulating and implementing the strategies as how do you formulate and plan and put the plan into practice, and after that take a stock of the situation at certain interval, whether the career planning that you have initiated right from the stage 1 is working according to the order or not. For that, reviewing the career plan is also very important, and the career planning process ends with this step.